Assalamu alaikum to my all respected seniors and dear fellows. My name is Yusra Faiz and I am a graduated student from the Department of Zoology of Jinnah University for Women, Karachi. Today I am going to represent my research work in the form of presentation which entitles as the comparative study of insecticidal activities by the formulated fish emulsified biofertilizer on the growth and productivity of Solanum lycopersicum. The major aim of this research is to prepare an organic biofertilizer by the utilization of dead and waste fishes, which creates a big mess and pollution on land. This pollution is usually generated by the fishing sector and fishing industry. The second other major reason is the excess use of chemical fertilizers, DDTs, pesticides, and insecticides that slowly degraded the fertility of soil. Moving towards our next slide, that is the abstract. In this research process, three different types of dung were used to evaluate and compare with our research product, that is fish emulsified biofertilizer. Number one is organic fertilizer. Number two is cow dung. Cow dung is mainly converted into two different types of treated pods, that is chemical fertilizer and controlled pods. In this whole research process, it was observed that the fish emulsified biofertilizer has a great resistivity against the pest infestation, and it gives better and best growth of the plant and the food quality. The other is comparative and treated pods and their replicates are very susceptible to the insect infestation, whereas their germination and growth rate is very low. Introduction. There were many authors that described the disadvantages of chemical fertilizers and the advantages of biofertilizers. One of them is Han. He proposed in their research that the latest use of chemical fertilizers slowly degraded the quality of the soil in the agricultural fields and leaves it unable for the further growth of the crops because the soil is highly toxic and acidic. Too much use of chemical fertilizers in the agricultural fields also has an adverse effect on the surrounding environment and on human health. When it goes into the water bodies, it contaminated the water bodies. In the results, the loss of biodiversity due to the oxygen depletion. The other is now and kin. He stated in the research that the consumption of fishes increasing day by day. So to overcome with the waste and dead fishes and remnants of large fishes, latest technologies were introduced. A certain type of bacteria were inoculated into this trash that converts the trash into the lipid-rich fertilizer that aids and helps in the growth and development of the plant. Preparation of fish emulsified biofertilizer. So the fishes were weighed before and after drying. The process of drying done in the oven binder to remove excess water. Then these all fishes were dumped into a container and covered with a green shade to prevent any damage from the animals. After a month, when the shade is removed, we saw that there were water in the fishes and they were not completely decomposed. So to overcome this problem, we add some organic fertilizer in it, and after a few weeks, it gives best and useful results in the form of decomposed fishes. So this decomposed fishes fertilizer is placed on a newspaper for air drying. After this, this fertilizer is ready to use. We press some of the larger boards. We can see that the germination that gives in the fertilizer that the germination given by the fish emulsified biofertilizer is very high, and their fruiting capability is the quality of the fruit is also very good, and hardly insect infestation seen on the stem of mealybugs. But if we talk about the insect infestation of other replicates, other pods, treated plants, so we can see here that the control pot is totally destroyed by the infestation of mealybugs. It also has orthoptarian infestation seen on their leaves. The second one is the chemical fertilizer. The chemical fertilizer pot leaves has the mealybugs infestation on and under the leaves. Same goes as with the organic fertilizer and ends in the destruction of the whole plant. We can clearly see in the chart that the infestation is high in the early and the end stages of the plant. But if we look at the fish fertilizer replicates, it has a very low amount of infestation, as it has a capability to resist infestation of insect and pests. Discussion. Khalid. He stated in a research that the biofertilizers involves only in the build-up of the chemical of the physical properties of the soil by enhancing its biological and chemical properties. But in the recent research, we focused on the formation of the biofertilizer by the use of dead and waste fishes to combat with the waste pollution, managing pest population, and also enhancing the productivity of the crop. The last but not the least, Vakas, he stated in a research that the byproducts of fishes were used as a nutrient supplement to enhance its plant cell activities by enhancing its biological and chemical processes to speed up the plant growth. But in the recent research, it was observed that it is a priceless thing. Fish fertilizer is a priceless thing, that it controls pest infestation without any hazardous effect on the crops. It gives us good productivity of the plant and the crops. Our future perspective is what? Now, it reduces the pollution. If we use waste fishes and converted them and recycle them into the fertilizer, it gives us best fertilizer, and also it reduces the pollution. It also reduces the uses of DDTs, chemical pesticides, and insecticides, as they have the ability to resist insect pest infestation. It also has essential nutrients like NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Plus, it has a calcium in it, so it speeds up the cell activities. If the cell activities speeds up, it has a greater amount of growth, production of the crops, and productivity. Thank you.